This video is brought to you by the theravensspace Patreon page. Without your help, we cannot do any of the cool things we do, so Patreon allows you to support us and support independent media. And when you support us, we support you by giving you early access to videos, special giveaways, and even Ravens tickets. So check out the theravensspace Patreon and support today. Welcome to the theravensspace on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is theravensspace Daily, where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single weekday. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We have some news stories that I'm super interested in letting you guys know. Got injury updates. We got power ranking changes and movements. The Ravens added 2 offensive linemen, and of course the mailbag question of the day. Please subscribe to theravensspace if you're not yet subscribed for the best Baltimore Ravens content on the internet. Also, a special shout out to our Patreon subscribers, because without you guys, none of this is possible. Thank you guys so much for your support. And we're going to hop right into the first topic of the day. And it's a sad topic, of course. It deals with injuries. Last game, the Ravens did not get out of that game clean. We had several injuries: Terrence West, Max Williams, and Marshall Yonder. Again, Marshall's the biggest one. We already know about how great Marshall Yonder is. We know how awesome he can be. We know how just dominant he can be at that guard position. He's going to be on IR. We already know that. It's sad. I talked about it in the last episode on Monday, but you know, it's football. Injuries happen. Terrence West, and a lot of people thought that the Ravens took Terrence West out because of his ability to play. I knew already from the get-go that it wasn't because of that. It was strictly because of what the Ravens saw when he got injured, because he limped off the field. So again, he tore a soft tissue muscle. It sucks. Again, I thought that he was very, very, very good this year, and now he's going to be day to day. So we'll see how that pans out. Again, Max Williams also got injured on the play where, you know, his feet got tangled up and he went down wrong. You know, things like that. So, but Max Williams will also be out. I believe he has a cast on his leg. I don't know. They didn't say day to day, but it's not a long-term injury. So, you know, John Harbaugh will not give you an update on that. So it's fine. I think he will be back. Maybe give him a week or two. But for right now, he's injured. And that's just the way it goes. Again, it kind of seems like the Ravens always get hit with this, but this year in particular, it's been very, very bad. The Ravens lead the NFL in players on IR with 15. Crazy number, crazy stat. Again, it sucks that this happens to the Ravens. We're a team that's hard-nosed, and that could be part of the reason. You know, John Harbaugh in practice loves to get that contact, but you can't put all this on him. I don't know who to put it on, but the Ravens are a very injury-prone team this year, and hopefully that all these injuries doesn't waste the opportunity that our defense has, because we have a Super Bowl caliber defense. We just got to get the offense up to that level, the special teams, and specifically the returning up to that level, and then maybe we can have a chance to be very, very good in the NFL. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So let me know in the comments below, out of the 3 injuries, sorry, not the 3, out of the 2 injuries, Terrence West and Max Williams, who are you the most sad to see go? Let me know in the comments below. Now we're going to move on to the second topic of the day, and this topic talks about some power rankings, and the ESPN is finally getting it correct. They're finally showing the Ravens some love by moving the Ravens up to number 10. Number 10 is a good ranking. That's a playoff team. Again, we moved up 4 spots, so we had 14 last ranking. You know, there were some rankings where we, at the beginning of the season, we had like 23. 24, and we moved up so much, and it's mainly because of our good defense, but also because last game Joe Flacco showed that he was still healthy enough to make plays. I think that was the biggest contention coming into the Ravens season. We knew that the defense was going to be good, great even, but we didn't know how Joe Flacco was going to look and how the chemistry was going to look. Joe Flacco and Jerry Maclin have great chemistry right now. They're playing very well together, and to be honest, the issues that we're having on our offense is coming from offensive line inconsistency, Perriman dropping the ball, and Mike Wallace not getting any balls thrown to him. When Mike Wallace starts getting integrated in this offense, it's going to be better. It's going to be awesome. But for now, he's not, but he will one day. And Perriman just has to play better. I think the Ravens, if the defense plays like this, we could be a top 8 team. You know, we can be number 7 in the rankings because I think our defense is that good. but we just have to get the offense on track. We did play well, better than we did the first game on offense in this game, but we just gotta keep on going. And I think the Ravens will not only just be number 10 on the power rankings, but we could be much higher and be much better. And that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys' opinion is in the comments below, so please let me know. And now we're going to move to the third topic, which deals with the Ravens signing Matt Skura. And I'm going to murder his name, but I'm going to try. They got Joseph to help the offensive line. And again, this is a move that happens when you lose your best offensive lineman, and because of that, you have to move someone from the bench into a starting role, so now you lose depth. So a lot of things like that happened. I think that the Ravens can still have an okay O-line. I don't think that we're going to have a good O-line this year at any point. It doesn't matter how much they mesh. It's just because so many injuries there. It sucks, man. I think that if we can be good and the defense can be great and Joe Flacco and the offense can be good, then we have a chance. But this offensive line is scary, man. I'm afraid for Joe. I'm afraid for our running backs. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some time. Now, if we win games while we're getting better, that's a great thing. That's a good thing. It might be even an awesome thing. I think that if we can win these next 2 games, which in my feeling is the hardest 2 games coming up, because you have the trip overseas, and then right back from overseas you have the Steelers, one of your rivals. I think that's going to be tough. But if the Ravens can, get through that and make that happen, and I think that the sky's the limit. I mean, the hard teams on the calendar right now are the Packers and the Raiders. We match up very, very well against them. We match up well against the Packers and the Raiders because they have good offenses and we have a great defense. And they have bad defenses and we have a bad, okay offense. So it's very easy for Joe Flacco to score, 21 points on these defenses, especially the Raiders. The Raiders defense looks terrible. But if we can score 21 points against the Raiders defense, can the Raiders score 21 points on our defense? Can any team score 21 points on our defense? I don't know right now. They're playing that well that I just don't know. And if they do score 21 points, is it going to be 21 points or is it going to be 21 points, but you had to throw 2 interceptions to get there? That makes a difference, and that makes Joe Flacco's job easier. So that's what I think, that if the O-linemen can get on the same page, and it will help our offense, and our great defense will help too, and then O-linemen will get better and better. I don't ever think they'll be good, but they can be okay, and they can help out Joe Flacco just enough for us to get over the edge and get into the playoffs, and hopefully go further than that. So this is the big question. You guys let me know. Offensive line, on a scale of 1 to 10, how afraid are you for our offensive line? Let me know in the comments below. Again, this is a show where your opinion is just as important as my opinion, so please let me know. And we're going to move on to the mailbag segment like we do every single episode. And this segment is one of my favorite. Please send questions into mailbag@theravensspace.com, just like Anthony did. And Anthony asks, in the Harbaugh era, the Ravens usually start off good in the month of September, but we usually have a hard time winning in October. Why do you think that is? Thank you so much for this question, Anthony. And so I don't know if it's fair to say we have a hard time in October. That has certainly been true over the last couple of seasons. The last 3-4 seasons, it is 100% true, especially last year where we started off, we won the first 3 games, and then we lost the next 3 games. So that has certainly been true. But in the beginning, when the Ravens are consistently making the playoffs, I don't know if that's fair. But I do have a reason why it has happened these past couple of months. And it happens a lot in the NFL. Sometimes you get a good schedule. You get a good schedule when you have the Browns in your division. You get a quick win, right? So you have to even look at it. These first 3 games the Ravens have on paper are not hard games, right? And we just got lucky. That's what I think it is more than anything. I don't think there's some crazy thing that John Harbaugh loses the locker room by week 4 or something like that. I strictly just think that the schedule gods have been helpful for the Ravens in the beginning of the season and very hard on the Ravens in the end of the season. You saw that last year where the Ravens start off against opponents that, you know, you can see as some good wins, some easy wins, just like this year where we start off against the Browns and the Jaguars and the Bills last year. That's where we start off last year. Browns, Jaguars, Bills. You can get wins off of those teams, right? They're not difficult teams. But then right after that, we had, I believe, the Oakland Raiders on our deck. Later in the season, we have the Patriots last year. And I think that's what it is. It's just the schedule just falls that way the last couple of years. And injuries also don't help when you lose important players. It's going to be tough. We could see something happen like that to our Ravens now, where we lost Yonda. We don't know how long we're not going to have Terrence West, the best running back. Things can happen. So that's what I think it is. No grand conspiracy. I just think that the Ravens had a tough break. And the Ravens lose games by like 3 points, right? And they're always close games. So they can go either way. It's just that they don't bounce our way. You know, you can't blame anyone for that. I don't anyway. So that's why I think the reason is, Anthony. But thank you so much for asking the question. I do appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to Raven Space on YouTube if you're not yet subscribed. Also, if you want to support us and support independent media, please check out the link below for our Patreon page. It's awesome. You guys can check out the perks that you get. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. And go Ravens.